Good morning, everybody. Ciaccio here. First of all, I want to wish everybody a happy, safe, enjoyable, eat a lot of food on Thanksgiving. So, with that there, make it safe, be happy. Okay, I want to talk about how to keep your head in the game when you're not making sales. First of all, what ends up happening is that a lot of times we sit and we overthink what's going on when we're out there and we're not making sales. You start destroying yourself. My presentation, the people don't want to buy, it's the leads, it's the weather, people are on vacation, I didn't eat the right food. So what ends up happening, we end up destroying ourselves and not giving ourselves the benefit of the doubt. Now, when anybody is in sales, we have to realize and understand you're going to have a good day, and you're going to have a good week, and you're also going to have a bad week. You may even have a bad week and a half. So what we got to do, we got to figure out a way to where when your week is not going good, what can you do to make it better? Now, a lot of times people sit and say, Joe, what I'll do, I'll stop at CVS and buy myself a little bag of peanuts because those peanuts bring me joy. A lot of other people say, Joe, I need to stop at Home Depot. I got to buy a bucket that I need because mine won't crack. And that brings me joy because it's getting me out of the work environment. I walk in, I relax, I think about it, I get back in my car, and it helps me out. What we have to understand is that sales is you got your ups and you have your downs. And the way for anybody to be successful in sales is to understand how to maintain the highs, which is not deviating and not making shortcuts. And yet when you're on your lows is that what do I have to do to get back up? So what I'm going to recommend you guys to do is to think about when you've had a good day or a good week. I've used this example a lot of times before. If you're a baseball player and you're at the bat, you got a full count. You're not thinking about when you struck out the time before. You're thinking about when you got that base hit 2 times before. If you're a basketball player sitting at the free throw line and you got to make this shot here, you're not thinking about, damn, I'm going to probably miss this here because I'm all nervous. No, your body goes into auto rewind, auto forward, and you're going to sit and say, I know how to do it. I know how to tap the ball. I've got my routine. I know how to follow through. The same thing when it comes to us. You're going to have a bad week. It's going to happen. I don't care. It doesn't matter how much your commission is, how cheap your leads are. Our job is volatile. Okay? Now, what I'm going to ask you to do is that when you're having a bad day or a bad week, look at yourself in the mirror and recheck, revisit your attitude. Look and see how you're looking at yourself. When you're speaking with somebody, are you interrupting them? Are you being a little aggressive with them? Are you coming across with what we call as commission breath because you've made no sales? What actually are you doing when you're in that house? So we got to take a step back, put ourselves like in a 3-foot bubble. And that bubble is a cleansing bubble that's going to help your mind cleanse all those negative thoughts you have, get you back into shape, because what ends up happening if you don't put yourself in that bubble to help yourself get cleaned out, kind of rattle around just like a doggone washing machine to rattle you out to get rid of all that negativity you have, it's going to carry on to the next client, to the next client, to the next client. What we end up doing is that we're saying, well, I need to change my presentation. Oh, everything I've been saying has not been right. It could be because your mind is not in the game. Your mind is so far disenchanted in what you're doing because you're making no sales. What you're doing is that you're bringing yourself down. Uncommon? No. How to get out of it is to think about when you had a good day, when you had a good week, the last customer you were with. Think about things that make you happy. A piece of pound cake, visiting with your children, visiting with your grandchildren. We've got to think of a way to get me excited to when I go to a house. Joe, that doesn't work, man. I've eaten all the damn pound cake. I weigh 400 pounds. That's not making me not one bit happier. Figure of speech. You got to come up with a plan to say it's okay to be in the dumps. It's okay. You got to give yourself a break, because if you continue to bash yourself all the time, you're not allowing yourself to hit the bottom to come back up. Now, what I've heard agents say is, Joe, I've gone out there, the people aren't answering their door. That's a very common thing. People sometimes are just not there. It could be just one of those days where people are just not at home, or they're at work, or they're shopping for whatever reason. So you got to understand that's normal. So when that's happening to you, I'm going to recommend you to go and sit in a corner. Try to get like maybe the middle of town and divide your leads up into 4 quadrants and start calling them. When somebody answers the phone, now granted, years ago when I did this here, or all older agents did this here, we used to call people at their home number. So if they'd answer, you'd merely sit and say, is Jimmy home? They say you got the wrong number, click, thank you, hang up, and go straight to their house. Now people have got cell phones, so you've got no guarantee that they are at home, yet it's an opportunity for you to either get them on the phone and say, hello, my name is, you send a card in, or if they answer, go to their house, and you got a 50-50 chance whether they're home or not home. When you're walking up to the house and you've had a bad day, you're ready to jump off a bridge, walk up to that door like you're 6'7", you weigh 337 pounds, whether you're a man or a woman, okay? And what you want to do is that you say, it's showtime. I know what I got to do. I've been practicing my rebuttals, and go to the door with a smile on your face. Because believe it or not, when you're not happy and you are sad, you're not making sales, believe it or not, you got a little bit of a frown on your face. So when you go to a door, you get one chance to make a first impression. It takes practice now. I've had days before where I've gone out, made no sales, got a phone call where the client wanted to cancel on me, looked at my emails, I got a cancellation. So you feel all this weight is on your shoulders. When all this weight's on your shoulders, it's hard. It's hard to pick that stuff off. So the only way to learn how to do it is to learn how to deal with it. It's something that you got to deal with. Now, when you review your past weeks of when you did well, review your past presentations on what you did, try to pull some of those points out that you may be skipping. Because what ends up happening when you're having a bad day, bad week, is that you want to start deviating from your presentation. You want to start making shortcuts because the people may have given you a small hint of wanting something. Okay? So when they give you that small hint of wanting something, what you're doing, instead of going slowly at them, you're bouncing around, you want to make a sale, and you got to do it right now, and you're rushing, and yes ma'am, I can do that for you. Look how I just acted, okay? I'm out of my norm. I'm gonna make people kind of nervous. Whoa, what's wrong with this damn guy here? Before he was cool and calm, now he's trying to push a program down me. Go slow. Secondly, instead of trying to get your $80 premiums or your $75 premiums, just get a premium. I don't care if the premiums are $20. Once you get that sale and you put that application in your briefcase, or you do it on your iPad and you get approved, that $20 sale, forget the commission. Forget it. You made a sale. That's going to get you back in the game. It's going to get your momentum going. Because what happens is that when you don't make sales, you kind of lose your confidence. You think you're doing all these things wrong, but it could actually be the people don't want to buy. The people may have already bought. It could be a bad batch of leads. It may not be you. Yet what we do is that we self-destroy ourselves because we're not making no sales and we got bills we got to pay. Think about commission breath, rushing, interrupting when you're visiting with somebody, shortcutting, and deviating. Remember when you made a sale before, try to bring that back in the game. If you're into sports, remember when you're down there and you got to make that little doggone 2-foot putt. If you just do it nice and slow, you move your body and you do it and you follow through and the ball goes in the hole, it's the same thing as all the things I said here that we need to not do. Don't interrupt. Don't deviate. keep your head in the game, start going a little bit slower. Tap those brakes a little bit to where you calm down. Because when I don't make sales, I get excited in a bad way. I become a little bit too forward. I become a little bit more aggressive because I got to make a car payment. I got to make my house payment. And you don't realize it, but yet your vibes, people can feel it, okay? Record yourself. Record yourself at the front door. Get your phone, put it in your pocket. You got a shirt pocket, put it in your shirt pocket. Record yourself when you're in the house so you can analyze what you're saying and how you're saying it to see how your delivery is. Am I doing this correctly? Am I rushing? Am I going slow? Am I listening? That's going to help you get your head back in the game because now you're actually hearing what you sound like and you're probably going to say, damn, I'm doing this here. Listening to yourself, you can adjust what you're doing to make it better. Call your manager. Say, hey, Mr. Manager, having one of those days here. I want to jump off the Empire State Building, just don't know what's going on. Call me, okay? I'll talk you off the ledge. And what I'm going to do is just go over everything with you slowly, okay? You have got the talent, you got the knowledge. Now you got to find that little magic dust that you can spray over your head to say, okay, I'm back in the game. I'm doing better. Talk slow, make a sale. Doesn't matter what the amount is. Just walk out of the house with a sale. Love you guys. Making a great day. If you got any questions, call me. If you're down in the dumps, you're not making sales, call up. Tell Jay you want to speak to me. We'll sit and visit privately, and I'll help each other out. Thank you guys. Making a great day. And again, happy Thanksgiving to your families. Be safe. Eat a lot. And we'll see you soon. Bye-bye. Oh, by the way, there's no call Thursday.